A lot of sporty looks on the Phoenix players here in the Valley of the Sun. This is a shot from earlier as they came down the tunnel. Hi, thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. It's a Monday afternoon broadcast of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Berry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Now Golden State's starting five. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Jimmy Butler is out there with Draymond Green, and it's Moody in at the 3 slot. And for the Suns, deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Nick Richards out there with Durant, and it's Dunn in at the 3. We can expect more of a methodical pace, Brent, I think, in this one. What do you think?
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. Both of these teams love to run their offense in the half court. They'll slow things down. They'll love the setups. They'll try to manipulate a couple of the plays to get matchups they want. Neither side afraid to take it under 5 seconds on a shot clock, and that patience may pay off.
Here's Beal. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And that shows the toughness of the guard, Bradley Beal, just powering through.
Now Podziemski. Butler is screen on Beal. Here's Podziemski. No good with the triple. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. Pass to Durant. This one for 3. The Warriors pull it in. And with this score of the Suns, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Tough to contest that one. Draymond went right up into a one-piece shooting motion.
And here are the Suns now. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Now, I asked Coach what the game plan was when it comes to defending Jimmy Butler. And he said to me, we have to make sure we match his energy level. Jimmy is one of those guys that goes all out every second. We want our guys to do the same on D. It won't be easy, but they think they found a way to contain him. Guys?
Thanks, David. Suns have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. The quick look, no good that time.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Pass to Curry. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Booker. Here's Beal. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, Bradley Beal right there just putting a stamp on that play. He takes the hit and still gets the deuce.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And the Suns making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. Different look here for the Warriors. Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for Green. Kuminga comes in for Moses Moody. Gary Payton is checked in for Brandon Podziemski. And Hield subbed in for Stephen Curry. Throw good, Beal. It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, is probably come to a close.
How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
And again, no good by Golden State.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Warriors trail by 4. Kuminga dishes to Butler. Shot clock at 5. From deep. That shot misses. And that does it for the first quarter. Suns lead by 4. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Kuminga out there with Payton. And it's Jackson Davis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Plumlee, no luck. And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. 4-point game. Pass to Curry. Kuminga with it. He's covered by Beal. Kuminga, no good. All right, Brent, quick. First thing that comes to your mind when you think of Jonathan Kuminga? Physicality,
Kevin. I mean, this guy is so dominant athletically that Jonathan Kuminga is a presence out on the floor. If he continues to put himself in the situations where he can put his body on guys and play fearlessly, his game is going to continue to grow.
Here's Beal following the basket by Stephen Curry. Allen surveying the D. Beal up top, covered by Hield. Plumlee in the post. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Payton against Allen. Pass to Jackson Davis. Hield outside. Jackson Davis with it, working on Plumlee, and Jackson Davis gets it to go.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Despite suffering a first-round sweep in last season's playoffs, the Suns' front brass remains confident that they were mere inches from where they needed to be to compete for a title, emphasizing that chemistry is built over time through the fire. The hope is, with another year to coalesce, this team will be ready for a deeper run. Kevin?
Well, they've got the names. They've got a big coach now coming in. All right, D.A., thank you. Teams changing it up here. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Dunn looking over the floor. Down low. Here's KD. And then Durant with the jam.
Yeah, KD attacking the rim. Hard to imagine anybody's going to get in the way of that.
Pass to Podziemski. Green with the ball. Hield outside. From downtown. Plumlee with the rebound. Suns have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Gillespie. Sinks the three-pointer. Gillespie has got himself on the board with 3 there.
One thing about Plumlee, he possesses good passing skills from the low post and when facing up.
And here is Butler. hasn't made one yet. Green with a screen on Katie. With 1 on the clock, Butler with a bucket down low.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Phoenix ahead. They lead by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Mike. Stout effort defensively in the first half. What did you do to limit them?
I just think our activity on the ball, we got to try and keep it in front of us. Our bigs did a good job, I think, being big in the paint, making things tough there. We got to finish it with the board.
Yep, rebounds and possessions, Coach. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Great to have you with us as we get ready for a Monday afternoon presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. We'll see the Houston Rockets and the Miami Heat. So the Houston starting five. They've got Luka Doncic, and it's Rice in at the three. Pass to Doncic. Here's Abdul-Jabbar, covered by Jordan. Abdul-Jabbar's shot is good.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I caught up with the head coach for Miami. He had a sleepless night trying to figure out how to stop Luka Doncic. He said it's rare to see a player force the other 9 players on the floor to play at his pace. It's very methodical. Like a machine, he said Doncic shows no mercy. Brian?
Thank you for that, Allie. Malone, pass to Allen. Can't get it to fall.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
To the paint. Got a hand on it. First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Jordan. To the middle. Unloads. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Doesn't have to break his momentum at all to catch the pass.
Here's Pippen. Doncic outside. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Pippen, no good. And it's Miami's ball. Here's Malone. Pass to Jordan. Up and over Doncic. Jordan with the bucket.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Here's Pippen. From deep, here's Doncic. And he buries his first look.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Pass to Chamberlain. Allen with it. Down low. Here's Chamberlain. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Timeout called. Houston.
On the court is your high squad. It's T-shirt time for Westlaw.
First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Pippen, pass to Doncic. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Pass to Pippen. Just 5 on the clock. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Heat. The Heat with the lead. Here's Chamberlain. Here's Malone. Rebounded by Pippen. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. A quick shot there. It's off target.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Pippen, still without a bucket. Fast break, here we go. Allen, the pass to Jordan. Launches a three, and Allen gets it to go on the assist by Jordan. 9 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Pippen. They need this. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And that does it for the first quarter. Heat out in front. They're up 7. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on Miami so far?
Well, I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
Rockets trail by 7. So the Houston 5 right now. They've got Luka Doncic. And it's Rice in at the 3. Here's Doncic. Some solid defense from Jordan. "18 feet out. Ooh, basket interference.
Basket interference. The score will not count.
Here's Pippen. Still no points. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
First team foul.
Houston shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both shots. Miami leading by 5. Jordan, the pass to Chamberlain. Here's Malone. Pass to Allen. Just 5 to shoot. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Doncic outside. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Duncan. And all around the rim that time before dropping.
Tossing a pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
Pass to Chamberlain. Jordan up top. He has 6. Drains the triple. Allen's got 9.
Well, clearly some sort of defensive breakdown there. He is not the kind of guy you give room to at the arc.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Pippen. Allen defending. Gets some space and parries the jumper. Pippen's got his first basket. Miami leading by 4. Inside. Tipped. 1:58 left to play in the first half of basketball. Allen on the wing. Fires from deep. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Rockets trail by 4. Here's Doncic. Nice finish from Luka.
Oh, Luka is so skilled at using his body to create good looks inside.
Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Now Jordan. Pass to Chamberlain. Clock at 6. Back to Jordan. 14 feet away. It's hauled in by Houston. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Miami calls timeout. So it's Miami now. 54 seconds left to play in the half. Now here's Jordan. He has 6. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Here's Pippen. Here's Duncan. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Fires from the wing. Another one falls for Houston.
Yeah, he has a really nice feel from that spot, and the size gives him a clear advantage.
Yeah, and once you see that advantage from the sideline, you just want to yell at him to shoot the ball. Will playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's Houston. They're up by 2. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. As we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Houston in the lead. And it's Allen in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Doncic, a screen on Allen. Pippen, pass to Doncic. Over Jordan. He shoots again. Abdul-Jabbar misses. Miami with the ball from outside the arc. And Jordan is good for 3. Jordan's got 9 points. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
Deflected! And out of bounds. The Heat will take it. So it's Miami now. It's a 1-point game. Fires, top of the key. Rockets with a rebound. Second half rolling along. About a minute played here. Abdul-Jabbar passes to Doncic. The 3. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Pass to Eden. Here's Malone. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Lays it up and banks it in. And Miami leads by 3.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Houston calls timeout. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Pass to Pippen. Doncic feeling it out a bit. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up. Houston with another miss.
Good contest. Can't let him have open shots from mid-range.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Chamberlain. Buries it down low. And now it's a 5-point Heat lead.
Well, he knew he had the size advantage to dominate the defense there. Go right at him.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Can they get it? It's deflected. Allen, pass to Jordan. Here's Chamberlain. Now here's Allen. Shoots. Rice grabs the miss. Here's Pippen. From deep, here's Doncic. Doncic delivers from range.
Encouraging to see Doncic sink the three. Needs to keep doing this now.
Pass to Chamberlain. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Allen, guarded by Doncic. And Allen is good for three. Allen's got 12.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
No problems knocking that one down.
And look at Luka now getting aggressive at the arc. He was eager to answer that last three.
Now here's Jordan, tightly guarded. Pass to Chamberlain. There's 25 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Gets the three ball to go.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Doncic outside. Here's the three. They get it back. And we've reached the end of the third. Heat out in front. They're up by 5. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. So on the floor for Houston, they've got Luka Doncic, and it's Duncan in at the 4-man spot. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Here's Malone. Pass to Allen. The Heat need to get one up in a hurry. The three is up. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Pippen. There's a screen. Doncic on the wing, covered by Jordan. Miami grabs the miss. He's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Malone. Allen outside. It's hauled in by Houston. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
And this team's offensive catalyst, Doncic, puts pressure on the defense every possession.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
And we also can't ignore how relentless they've been on defense, flustering the opponent and generating a lot of steals.
That one misses.
And Doncic is a walking triple-double threat. His versatility and confidence is really special.
And he's good on the second.
And they need to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
Here's Malone. Pass to Jordan. Knocked loose. Fast break. Here come the Rockets to tie it up. And the basket by Pippen. And that'll tie this game up.
Defense leading to offense. I love it. Nice job reading the situation and finding a way to swipe the rock.
And here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Timeout called, Houston. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Houston's coach had some advice for the team over that last break. They were encouraging their team to run, look for breaks. Coach wants to see them getting into transition more. Back to you, Brian.
And Allie, thank you for that. Allen against Doncic. Allen, the pass to Chamberlain. Here's Eaton. To the inside. And if you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Doncic. Doncic! You see the strength.
This is Doncic's pure shooting ability in action, making it look easy with that nice floater.
And here's Jordan. Pass to Allen. Back to Jordan. The jump hook. Here's Doncic. Here's Pippen to take the lead. Chamberlain pulls it in.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
The baseline J is on the way. Here's Malone. Count it!
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Here's Pippen. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Doncic. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And you can't let Doncic get this type of positioning because then you're pretty much forced to foul him.
He gets the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. Good on both.
Yeah, he's a guy you want at the line, and clearly not affected by the moment.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. 23 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Malone. There's a screen. For 3, Allen. Oh, it's off the mark. Here we go to overtime. Time expires. We're going to overtime. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. Here's Pippen. They've got Luka Doncic. And it's Pippen in at the point. Jordan against Doncic. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Here's Malone, guarded by Doncic. For three, Allen.